Hello and welcome. I'm glad you're here. However you found your way to this video, it's wonderful that you've arrived. Let's take a minute to really arrive right here, right now. My name is Alan Fuso Stewart, and I'd like to offer you something from the teachings of Zen. It's been obvious to me that in the last few weeks and months, a lot of people are very stressed, especially about things that are going on in the world, politics, events in the news. There's a tremendous amount of anger and anxiety. And I want to talk a little bit today about how to deal with anger and anxiety, and really any difficult emotion, from the perspective of Zen. I have to be careful when I talk about this topic, because Zen is really not a self-help strategy, and it's really not a solution as much as it is an opening to something you already have. And that's my goal today, to connect you with something that you already have. The primary job of a Zen teacher is to encourage Zazen, to encourage people to engage in Zen meditation. And that's what I want to do for you today. I want to encourage you to engage in sitting meditation. If you've never meditated before, I would recommend going to the Introduction to Zen video that I have here and watch that first. If you already have an active contemplative practice, then please proceed with me as we talk about dealing with difficult emotions. The purpose of a feeling is to be felt. One of the basic actions of the human mind is that we try to move away from those things that are uncomfortable toward those things that are comfortable. We try to move away from painful emotions and move towards pleasurable ones. But when our friends and our social media feeds and our news are all telling us things that are scary or upsetting or make us angry, it's very difficult to move toward pleasurable emotions, and we begin to recognize that jumping from one emotion to the other or suppressing certain feelings in order to feel a different way isn't a solution. So we have to start with a very simple but profound concept, and that is the acceptance of what is. We have to accept that we feel exactly the way we feel. If you see something on the news, if your friend does something, if you become aware of an aspect of yourself that you don't like, the first step is to accept that right there, just that, as it is. If you're angry, be angry. If you're sad, be sad. If you're happy, be happy. If your mind is racing with anxiety and thoughts and it won't slow down, be with that. Racing mind. Thoughts won't slow down. Wherever we are, even if it's in the pit of despair, even if we're totally hopeless, the first thing we have to do if we want to experience any freedom at all is accept it. Acceptance doesn't mean we don't do anything. If I fall in a hole, I'm not going to accept that I'm in the hole and then lay there and die. I'm going to accept that I'm in the hole, and then I'm going to find a way to climb out. Because that's what Buddhists call upaya, skillful means. When we sit on the cushion and we let go of everything and we do nothing, that doesn't yield a person who does nothing. That yields a person who does everything that they do with the fullness of their being. So if you're anxious right now, if you're stressed right now, the first thing I would encourage you to do is sit down. Sit on your cushion. Take a deep breath. And go into the anxiety. Go into it like you're looking to buy a new house. Look in every room, flush every toilet, check the water pressure, look under the foundations, look at the roof, read the inspections, learn everything you can about the feelings that you're having. What is this anxiety? What am I really afraid of? Stay with it. Stay with the discomfort in your chest. Stay with any part of the feeling that's difficult to stay with. When we sit, we develop the capacity to stay with what is. And when we do that, an amazing thing happens. Reality takes over, and the fact that every state is impermanent becomes true. It's actually always true. But when we sit with our anxiety, we feel it and it goes away. When we sit with our rage, we feel it and it goes away. When we stop trying to rush for pleasurable states and avoid unpleasurable states, whatever we're with goes away. So if you see something on the news that makes you rageful, notice it, stay with it, and let it go, and then do something about it. When we let it go, that doesn't mean we don't take action. It means we take action from the fullness of our being. You see, the thing is that who we really are is not separate from the rest of creation, the rest of the universe, the rest of the people in the world. We're all one. We're all connected. And when we're in touch with that, we're far more skillful, because we're not hijacked by needing to vent our feelings or express our feelings. We can express them authentically. We can sit in our meditation and cry. We can scream. We can express what needs to be expressed. And then let it go. Let it integrate. And move forward from that place. I think one of the things that's happened recently is that people see things on the news that are very disturbing. But part of what's disturbing is that the things we see on the news are now challenging our identity. As Americans, we have an identity that we don't do certain things. We don't, for example, put kids in cages. But the truth is, Americans have done things like that for years. We did it with Native Americans, we did it with slavery, and if you look on a global historical scale, many cultures all over the world, for all of human history, have done tragic, terrible, dangerous, hurtful things. That doesn't make it okay. But when the human mind is clouded and driven solely by ego, and it reduces others to the status of an animal, we do things like that. And it's painful to see that we're not exempt as Americans from the unconsciousness of the human mind. But if we notice that, if we stay with the feelings that these images that we see in the news produce, if we really experience it and let it go, what will fill that space is vast compassion, vast awareness. And from there, the basic intelligence that is you, that is who you really are, that is who we all are, will allow you to move into action from a place of peace. This is not the kind of peace expressed by inaction. It's the kind of peace expressed by Gandhi or expressed by Martin Luther King. So when you sit and painful feelings come up, allow them to come up. Allow them to be expressed. And like everything, like any state, it will pass. And from that place, based on your own life, your own conditions, your own circumstances, what you have to offer, your own karma, causes and effects that are present in your own life, your own particular Dharma position, in other words, your own particular life position and life situation, will inform you as to what you want to do. And whatever you do, that's okay. The purpose of this video is to encourage you to take the challenges that you see, take the feelings that you feel, take them seriously. Sit with them. Notice what comes up. Feel it. Let it go. If it comes up again, notice it again. Feel it. Let it go. And then move into action. When we move from our center, you are not acting anymore. The universe is taking action. When the whole great earth takes action, miracles happen. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this supportive. Please feel free to leave questions in the comment fields below and let me know how I can help. Again, thank you for your attention, and may your life go well.